Okay, so now I'm live. I'm going live. So I'm going to send you this thing again. Okay, now I'm going to send you a link on your email again, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it should be there.
Okay, give us like reloading my inbox.
When you get the camera, see me, then I'm going to start, okay?
I don't have it yet. Okay. This, yes. Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay, I think it's working.
You used to be able to share this, but I don't know if you can do it anymore.
I bet you can, but I don't know if we can make it work right now. Plus, I look like shit. Shiza. Cat looks cute. Plus, I look like shit.
Can you get on?
Okay.
So you may have to take off that audio on this screen, on the video. Understand?
Definitely.
So see the speaker on the bottom? Just click on that so it's off.
Yeah, I did. I just muted it.
Are you there?
Yeah, but now like the audio doesn't match up with the video because it's delayed.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but then when I see it, it's a different. I guess that makes sense. That's okay. That's okay.
You're good. So let's begin this thing. So I'm gonna turn the audio on, and I'm gonna say welcome. Okay.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna share this to my Twitter.
Okay, you want to do that first?
Yeah.
Okay, swear to your Twitter. Tweet it.
I believe it's called tweet.
Tweet it. Tweety. I think I saw it tweeted. Is that Sylvester? And what's his name? The mouse, the bird. I think I saw a putty cat. I did. I know I'm not very good with sound effects. So I'm just going to call myself Mike. I'm not going to say my last name.
Okay, same.
It can be Tina. So it's like Tina, like Ike and Tina.
Okay, I shared it. You can go ahead and start it or whatever.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. And welcome to our first show of Jokes from Prison with Mike and
Tina.
Tina. You're supposed to say it more exciting. You're like, oh, Tina. It's so boring, Tina. Let's do that again.
Well,
Mike and... Stupid. You're so stupid. Let's move on from that.
Let's see.
So our
Mike and
subject
Tina.
matter for this podcast, which is our first audio podcast, whatever you want to call it, we're using technology to the hilt here. Tina couldn't come to my studio because she's lazy. Anyways, I'm just teasing.
That's why. That's why. Thank you.
And I'm too lazy to go to the valley. So
true.
So we're perfect podcast partners in crime on this one. In crime, literally.
It should be noted that although this is an episode of Jokes from Prison, neither of us is in prison at this moment.
You know what's sad about that?
I have been incarcerated before.
Okay. Well, you know what's sad about that? What's sad about that is I had somebody call us, and he was all excited. And I actually had 2 people who were going to call us, and then one of them called me back and said that He can't do it because in the prison system, they consider this an interview. And I'm like, well, all we're doing is telling jokes. Like, how is that an interview? You can't have somebody have fun? But I guess, in the prison system, they would have to be concerned because, there's obviously there's a victim in every prison person, right? Who's gone to prison. So I guess
theoretically.
So, we know that the judicial system is pretty crazy. So you're right, theoretically. So I guess they have to give permission, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, so what they're going to do is I have to send a letter and I have to coordinate the event. So it's still going to happen. But I have to do a little bit more legwork to get permission. But which also brings up another note. And that is, I had a couple people from prison who had been in prison send me a message on Instagram wanting to be on the show as well. And they said that they would try to call in or they would communicate more to try to call in. So that's great. Obviously, this show is based around the prison idea of what happens in prison, giving inmates an opportunity to, when they get out of prison on probation, to do jokes. This comedy is the best way to solve life and making yourself feel better, to give you something looking forward to. That's my angle from it. And I want to, Tina, what do you think about this? What's your angle on this? Why you wanted to do the podcast?
Everybody that knows me knows I'm a huge liberal and I'm pretty significantly anti-establishment. And part of that is definitely our judicial system, which I think is, pretty unjust, ironically. And I think giving people more a platform, even people who are still incarcerated, that hey, these are just regular people that, had something bad that they went through that pushed them to a point of doing something criminal, or in plenty of cases that didn't even happen and they're incarcerated for another reason. For example, there's people still in prison, on drug charges here in California for a drug that's now legal. So, for me personally, comedy is something that's helped me get through a lot of difficulties in my life. So I'm excited to be a part of it.
Well, great. I'm glad. That's exactly my premise. I think that comedy is supposed to be a safe place, right? And I know. When I was in the rave scene, believe it or not, I used to throw these big raves, and I used to do this. They had this thing called PLUR: peace, love, unity, respect, and it was kind of cool. I mean, it didn't always live because politics seemed to get in its way, but it was a pretty cool concept. Peace, love, unity, respect. And then when the rave scene became pretty crazy, as it is now, I think it's pretty crazy. Big events. I just kind of moved away from it because they had a law called the constructive possession, which meant if you threw a rave, you could go to jail if somebody died or if somebody sold drugs and they were dealing drugs out of your raves. And I'm like, heck, I'm not doing drugs or dealing drugs. So I don't want to go to prison or jail for a constructive possession. If somebody dies, I don't want to be liable either. So I pretty much said, forget that. And I ended those days really quick. But which kind of brings up what you're talking about. The judicial system is pretty hairy. It's been immobilized. I like to say it's being weaponized.
Absolutely.
For the benefit of judicial economy. And if people don't know what that means, is I can't blame them. Because you have the police, you have the lawyers, you have the public defenders, you have the prosecutors, you have all these people who are basically, doing a job, and their job is to convict people who break laws. But the issue that I find is that, I don't know if you know this, but I do know from experience that the prosecutors write this memorandum. They get this memorandum and they send it to all the cops. And the purpose of this memorandum is for the cops to learn what to say during any one incident or situation. You understand? So that way that they can't get in trouble or put in jail for breaking the law. That means the cops. And then what the legislation, what they did to make that even crazier is they allowed for prisoners to, they allowed for the prosecution to get something called immunity unless they show gross misconduct. And gross misconduct is a really high level to be able to prove. So that's why you see a lot of times today prisoners who get killed, or people who are getting arrested, they get killed, and then you see the cops not being, they maybe get arrested. They don't really get arrested, but they get on administrative leave. They get they have a period of time when they're investigated, and a lot of times they walk away free. And if they do have a criminal case, they a lot of times will not get found guilty, because that gross misconduct is very hard to prove. So it's sad. It's called judicial economy, you know?
Yeah, it's super fucked up. I mean, all they have to prove is that they were afraid their life was in danger. Yeah. So it turns out we have a lot of extremely cowardly police officers who shoot to kill and ask questions later, and it's a travesty.
Yeah. So now that we can describe
the
problem.
Let me pause you for a second.
Sure.
Can we tell if people are joining us on YouTube or no?
Yeah, what they're going to do, if I can see it all.
Okay.
And so what happens as well is if people join us, we can talk to them. And please, are going to call me as well on my phone. So that way, if people want to call in on our shows, we're going to do every Monday from 8 to 9:30. The phone number is 503-407-4649, 503-407-4649. And I won't really do anything until you send me a text first. And then that way I know that you're somebody who wants to tell jokes. And we know right now it's an experiment. We're not restricting this to anybody. I mean, to everyone. Where everyone can do it. I don't know what I just said. We're not restricting this to anyone. Everybody can join us. If you want to tell some jokes, we'll give you 2 minutes to tell us some jokes. And then what you can do is tell us some jokes, and then we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. If prison system is our kind of thinking. We don't want to be advocates necessarily, but we don't want to be de-advocates either. We just want to make sure we have a good conversation and try to find positive ways to solve the problem. At least give felons an opportunity in the community to get their life back. You know what I'm saying? So if you are a felon and call in, please don't tell us your crime. We don't care. You're calling in to tell us a joke or tell us a story. Have fun. We're not here to we don't care. Just whatever it is, we don't want to know. Just have fun and share your life with us any way you can. You think it's possible. That's my take on it. Okay.
I mean, Mike is much sweeter than I am, and I'm a little more inclined to use my comedy politically. But I love the aspect of saying, let's give people who may or may not be in jail or dealing with something with the prison system, give them a chance to be something besides that label. Doesn't matter. Take a break from that label and just tell some jokes. I like that.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Okay. So you know what? I wanted to do something for fun until we got someone call. This is our first time. We don't know who's going to call. It's just you and I. Tina, we talk all the time. And we'll continue to talk because that's what we like to do. We like
I have nothing else to do from 8 to 9:30. It's locked up.
And we have a podcast to just talk to each other again.
That's what all podcasts are, actually.
People talking to each other, right? And talking about different things. But I wanted to do something fun, and I told you I wanted to do this. For fun, I decided to look on Google, and I did Google prison jokes, okay? And so
great.
I got this one, and it is so freaking funny. And maybe I can do it on my phone until somebody calls. If somebody does call, somebody said they were going to call. They're going to wait till 8:15, so we're okay. Maybe they won't. Anyway, so let me see. Google. The reason why I like this one was because it reminded me literally. Oh, did you send me something?
No.
Oh, some people are talking. Okay.
I like something.
It is popping on my phone, bitch. Stop. Did I say the bad word?
Okay.
We're not supposed to be PG, right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. Okay.
You can say bitch.
Can I say that? Are men allowed to say that anymore? I mean, is that allowed?
I think you can say it in a friendly manner.
Oh, like for fun?
Yeah, like you and I, if someone that I didn't like called me bitch in anger, it would annoy me, but you're saying it like, oh, come on, bitch. And I say it to my girlfriends, and you're one of my best girlfriends.
Yeah, I try hard. Anyways, I try hard to be a girlfriend. I want to find this one. This is so funny. I have it on my computer, but it's hard for me to show it on this computer, so I'm trying to do it on my phone. But I'll just tell you the joke what it says. It's pretty funny. I'll describe it. It's two big burly guys with tattoos all over their arms. They're wearing orange, and one has this paperwork in his hand. One has a big mustache, and one has a mustache around his face like this. Can you see me? His mustache around his face like this. And it says, well, so it's one prisoner talking to another, and it's a meme, and it says, "I want you to sign this non-compete agreement, comma. The new guy, Conrad, is all mine." That's so stupid. The reason why I found it funny was there's a comedian that does this joke. He's a pretty well-known comedian. I forget his name right now. A tall, skinny, white dude, and he's done a lot of Netflix shows.
So many people.
Yeah, and he says he says this joke, and he goes, how does he say it? He goes, my friend was talking to me the other day, and he was telling me that he was afraid of going to jail. And I looked at him and I said, well, that's a weird thing to be afraid of. Why are you afraid to go to jail? He says, because I'm afraid if I go to jail, I'm going to be butt fucked all the time. And I looked at him and I said, that's preposterous that you would even think that. A couple months later, he calls me from jail. And he goes, dude, I've been in jail. And he goes, I'm sorry I didn't call you so long. And he's like, I said to him, well, why didn't you call me? He says, I was getting butt fucked all day. I was like, you know what I think is funny about this joke? As a gay guy, I think, like, you know, if you go to jail, did you just win the lottery? Okay, that's what I think. But what I find funnier about this joke is that it's two straight guys talking about things that they are thinking about. Isn't that amazing? I'm, as a gay man, I don't think about gay jokes. I don't think about straight jokes very often. So these straight men are thinking about gay jokes. So I find that pretty fascinating. Okay. So I guess.
Well, I think that, you know, men who maybe wouldn't otherwise be open to trying that out have an avenue to do so if they're in jail.
Oh my God. So they're going to break a crime to go to jail? So doing some research on this, I actually went up and I saw a Rodney Dangerfield popped up on a jail. You know how bad Google is, right? So I'm looking at this other stuff. Then all of a sudden pops up a Rodney Dangerfield joke about jail. And I'm like, you know, I didn't even look for it, right? But of course I had to appreciate it. So Rodney, he goes, you know, I drank so much the other night, I went to the bar and I got smashed. I got so smashed that I ended up getting arrested for a DUI. But I couldn't remember a thing. So the next day I wake up in jail, and before I know it, I'm before the judge. And until the judge says, Mr. Rodney Dangerfield, Mr. Rodney, you know why you're here? And he goes, no, Your Honor, why am I here? And he goes, it's about drinking. And he goes, oh, let's go. Stupid Rodney. It's like, sorry, Rodney, you're not going to be going. Obviously, he said it better than I said it. But nonetheless, it's a funny joke.
I guess it really highlights that Rodney Dangerfield is not that funny.
You don't like it?
He's funny in like Caddyshack, but he wasn't like a good stand-up.
Oh, I loved him. Like, you didn't like him? Blasphemy.
Did you like him because he's gay?
Rodney wasn't gay.
Are you sure?
How do you know he is? He's not gay. He had a wife.
Tina. How many gay people have wives?
Oh my God. I have a wife. I'm gay.
People who aren't their wives, but that's a different podcast. My roommate just came in. That's exciting.
Oh no, he's probably staring at you, huh?
No. Yeah, you're gonna wish that you had come over. My roommates are hot. This is my gay best. I was supposed to go to Santa Monica to do a podcast, but I was too lazy to do so. So now we're gonna be here. He says, "What's up?"
Hey, what's up?
Scott.
How you doing, podcast guy? So here's look at another one of these little memes.
It is our new podcast. Okay, do you mind if I plug the podcast to someone in the house?
Oh, I don't care.
Are you gonna edit this later?
No, I can keep it wide open.
Okay. So my roommate Bradley just plugged in. So this is my buddy who's a comedian, and it's our first time doing a podcast called Jokes from Jail. So we're both sort of like advocates for prison reform and shit like that. So the point was to get people to call from jail to tell jokes. not to like talk about being in prison, but to like give them something positive to do, which, oh, I have a sidebar on that. Anyway, so we had, who did you have? Some friend of yours who's in jail was supposed to call?
Yeah.
But then he didn't call because apparently, you know, it's a jail and they're not very flexible about when you can make calls.
Here's that joke I was saying.
Podcast anyway.
Here's that joke.
Wait, what was your explanation, Mike? What happened to your jailbird?
They told him that the reason why he couldn't do it is because it's like an interview. It's similar to an interview. Okay. And so I'm like, what? We're telling jokes? What's interviewing about a joke? You know? But I think that, you know, they're sensitive to victims and et cetera, et cetera. So.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're discouraging like the glamorization of, you know, being in jail.
Well, I think
we all watch The Wire.
I think what they're really afraid of is a prisoner telling you the what's going on in jail that may be, you know, what they don't want people to know.
We could like inadvertently be like assisting with prison shanks and stuff.
Oh my God. Yeah. Today too.
Anybody get prison shanked?
A prison shank popped up as well. How weird. All these weird things kept popping up on my damn Gmail because I'm doing a podcast.
You're Googling prison jokes. So prison shank.
I am right now. I'm looking at one right now. Here's another one. And here's another one. So the joke is, can you see my screen? It says,
can we talk about weed? Weed's legal. Do you want the last of this joint?
Oh my God. I'm glad you're not on camera. You're smoking some weed. Is weed really illegal? I'm still kind of blown away by that. This old man is just a little blown away by it.
I know.
It's called Snapshots, and he goes, it's two guys on the bunk. See the two guys on the bunk? Two guys on the bunk.
I can't see this.
Look on your video on YouTube.
I can't see you. Just tell the joke.
You don't see me?
I see you, but it's just loading. It's just doing a little circle.
Oh, because your computer is too slow. Okay, he goes.
Right. It's always my fault. Okay, tell the joke. I'm gonna pour wine.
Two guys on the bunk. Okay, one guy's on top and the other guy's on the bottom, and the one on the bottom is kind of like a little younger than the one on top, obviously, and he has his hair part in the middle and he's blonde, and his eyes are like really big because of what he just said. He goes, so the guy on the top's talking about his girlfriend outside of jail. And she has these gorgeous blue eyes that light up every time she smiles. Come to think of it, she looks just like you. So he has these big eyes like, that's stupid. He says, when things get scary in prison.
So the podcast has just evolved into you describing cartoons.
Well, because you can't see them.
No, I think that's a funny premise.
Oh, well, here we are.
We'll start a new podcast called Hilarious Gay Man Describes Cartoons to His Best Friend and Recorded.
Oh, here's another one. I like this one. Here, I'm going to show you this one, even though you can't see it. It's Divorce Lawyer, okay? It's a divorce lawyer.
That's so stupid. You're just describing cartoons to me.
This is so stupid, okay? It's a guy sitting across this woman, and then you got a divorce lawyer in the middle, right? And she goes, I wish you had tried to screw me this much while we were married.
That's pretty funny. You know how much I like divorce jokes.
I know, that's why I said it. Oh, here's one I really want to show you, but I can't show you the picture because it's not on my phone. But it's really... Let's
just talk about how my ex-boyfriend's wife is due any day.
Oh my God.
It's my favorite fucking thing to talk about.
That's going to get you in prison. That's what that's going to get you in. Okay.
Luckily, in this country, adultery is legal. Adultery and, in this state, weed.
She may hear this podcast, so he may get mad at you.
He probably is listening to the podcast because I see him like watching everything on all my social media. He's my biggest fan.
Are you stalking him?
That's why I'm not saying his name.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's our rule. I'm not allowed to say his name or her name.
Or her name.
Because of custody battle, I think. Anyway.
Children are involved.
Yeah, and this is actually related. I'll tell you later because this is going to reveal her identity. Her dad's an
don't tell me
attorney,
now.
a Christian attorney.
There's nothing wrong with a Christian attorney. They just they screw the same.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like fucking people over for money in the name of Jesus, which is what most everyone does in the name of Jesus. That or butt fuck them.
Oh my God. Tina.
What?
I'm just
We can talk about butt fucking on our prison show?
Oh my God. Do you really think that they do that in prison?
Do you think that people don't butt fuck in prison? I haven't actually
joking.
been in prison. I've been in, what's the one you just stay at every night? I've been in jail.
Just the one you stay. You know, people can stay longer in jail, like almost a year. I think you can stay up to a year in jail.
I did not get to the butt fucking portion of jail because
Well, I don't think
there.
they have that. They said they don't serve hot dogs in the female prison, I don't think.
What?
So when I was this is a true story. So when I was a kid.
Yes. Now this is good. This is
So
better
when I
than
was
you
a kid.
describing cartoons.
So
Tell us
when I
the
was
real.
when I was a kid, my mom took me to her best friend's daughter's. She was in jail, so they allowed us to go back then. They allowed people to have family visitations, even if you weren't family. So
Even if you were a Mexican like you were.
exactly. So we went to this prison. We got.
Was that when you were Mexican?
No, this was in Phoenix. Nothing to do with Mexican. Okay, so we went through this. I was like 8 years old, 7 years old, and they start talking about lunches and the food. And my mom asked how the food was, and I'm sitting there just playing with the grass. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I wasn't really paying attention, obviously. And she goes, until she said this, well, they stopped serving us hot dogs. And I looked over at both of them, and my mom started laughing. And then the girl started had this funny look on her face. And I said so naively, why'd they stop serving hot dogs? And I could tell by the way they laughed that in fact they were doing something with that hot dog that I couldn't quite imagine.
Imagine it now.
I didn't know what it was, trust you. I didn't quite know what it was, but I knew it was bad.
Did they serve cucumbers?
I don't know about that. I'm just talking about the hot dogs, okay? That's all I know about.
That night I went to jail. We got just like a sandwich, like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and then like a thing of Cheerios and a half banana.
No, wow.
Do
they make sure that this is the honest answer, and I don't mean to be mean. Did they make sure you had the banana peel back inside the tray? Or did they say, "Where's the banana"?
I was so, I know it's hard to believe because I eat a lot. I didn't eat any of it because I was so upset.
Oh, wow.
I couldn't even eat my banana.
You couldn't swallow your banana?
Yeah.
Whole or in part?
Oh, God.
Anyway, so that was a true story. Well, mine was a dick joke too, I guess, when it comes down to it.
I'm fine with dick jokes.
I know. I do know that Bill Devlin told me that he actually did a prison show where he went to prison and he actually did comedy inside prison for everybody.
I want to do that. Well, like the
Well, I'm hoping that if we can have some success here with people, to talk about crime and talk about things that we could actually work our way into helping people in the prison system. Use comedy as something positive instead of being negative or and giving them like a way out. I think, in prison, a lot of people are really funny. They say a lot of funny things and that's just how they survive. What else do you do?
Yeah.
And I
over Johnny Cash.
Yep. Less music, right? They didn't go around with guitar, but that's
okay.
He was in prison, right?
I have a relevant story that's not about butt fucking.
Okay.
When I lived in New Orleans for many years, one time I was convinced and went to something really barbaric and bizarre, but also kind of great. They have a prison rodeo in Angola. And this is like a notorious, in Louisiana, there's a huge prison called Angola, and they have an Angola prison rodeo.
Oh, wow.
And they fucking have prisoners literally like riding bulls and shit.
When do they train? How do they do that? Like, there's a stockyard there and stuff?
Yeah, it's a huge deal. It's like this thing, people come from all over Louisiana for it. But the thing, like, they also have a big like arts and crafts fair where, you know, inmates sell like leather shit that they make.
So you're saying the general public
knives, switchblades.
The general public
do what?
The general public participates?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
There's thousands of rednecks there to watch prisoners, like, you know, get gored by bulls, which is sick in a way, but the prisoners seem to have a good time. You know,
of course it is. It's a way out of doing something fun. They probably have to do a good time, and they have to be. They're incentivized. They're probably minimum. Because you know, there's a lot of prisoners who fight forest fires, right? You know that, right?
Yeah, my ex-husband did that.
What? He was a prisoner?
Of course.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's covered in tattoos. He's been arrested multiple times.
Well, I didn't know that's what he. Oh,
he threatened to kill my ex-boyfriend.
So
of course, he's been in jail.
So you're a badass. Anyway, you
has done firefighting, and then later he's like, "Oh, well, it's because I was in prison," and I was like, "Oh, well, I'm not fucking surprised at all."
Yeah,
well,
that's a good thing. You know,
that's pretty manly of him.
They do firefight. You know, there's minimum prisons where they can do firefighting, and they can, you know, seek out, you know, opportunities outside of the prison system, make a little bit of money, maybe $1, but still, that's the highest to get paid, I think. But at least it's something.
It is also, you know, it's like something positive for them to do, but it also is like a pretty clear case of modern slavery, which is what our prison system is.
Well, it's a catch-22, you know. I don't know the other political side, but you know, the private prisons definitely are skeptical on what they're doing, and you know, they're skeptical. But I'm sure, you know, we got some prison reform going on right now. We have the Sentencing Reform Act changed a little bit, was more toward less toward punitive and more toward rehabilitative.
Yeah. You actually think the prison system is better than it used to be?
No, not yet. But at least the new SRA is working toward that in the federal level. So what happens is you change the federal level SRA, and then it transfers down to the state level. Some states have already adopted the new federal standards. Obviously, California is not. Other states have. But it's just a slow process. But it's at least going in a more, you know, instead of punitive, rehabilitative. We'll see. Time will tell, right? Time will tell. So, anyways.
Nicer person than I am, Mike, and much more optimistic.
Well, that's what I have to be. I mean, you lay it all on the table, and then you let people respond, and then when they do bad, you remind them that they're doing bad, and then you lay it on the table, and then you respond, and you let them do bad, and then you say, "Get the fuck out of my life." Okay, 2 strikes, you're out of here. Remember that phrase? The first time you do something, okay. The second time, shame on you. The third time, shame on me, right? So I believe in giving people opportunity. Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah. And I think that's why, you know, and it was funny was that when I had all my cafes in Portland, I had this guy who worked at my cafe, and he came up to me and he says, "Will you let me work here?" I said, "Of course." And he goes, because I'm a felon. And I said, "Okay, well, why do I care about that?" And you start telling me the crime. I said, "I don't want to know the crime." I said, "It really doesn't matter to me. Or do you have a probation officer?" And he says, "No." I said, "Okay, then great. You know, you can start working next Tuesday, and you know, you'll work the night shift, and you know, you get paid this, and you get paid weekly, and you know, I don't care. Just don't do anything that you ever did, and I don't want to know." As time went on, he started selling drugs out of my cafe. so
and he was a wonderful employee and everything.
so No, this is a jokester. This is a joke. Okay, no, it's true. So no, it's true. It's a true story.
Best cocaine dealer.
So people kept telling me that he was slinging drugs out of the cafe every night. He was always there on time. He was very reliable. Okay, he was at his corner every day, like he was supposed to be. And so I walked in one night, really early in the morning, when it changed the shift, and I said, "Hey, so I heard that you've been selling drugs." And he looked at me like shocked, and he goes, I said, "You know what? You don't have to answer this question. But what I'm going to do is, you ended your shift. I'm going to go ahead and pay you. And please come back tomorrow if you haven't been selling drugs. If you have been, take a month or two off, think about what you're doing, and come back, and maybe we can, start working together again." So he says, "Oh," and he walked away. So he left, and he didn't come back the next day. And I was so pissed off because he took my watch too. My $700 watch, son of a bitch.
What?
I was traveling around the world at the time, and I was in Dubai, and I bought this really cool watch from Dubai. It was, barely a couple $1,000s, but it was there for $700. So he loved the watch, and I would always leave it under the counter because I was just busy and was heavy, and I didn't, I was busy. I trusted everybody, and yeah, so he took the watch too. So I never saw him. What was that?
What a fucker.
Well, I saw him about a year later, and he came up to me and he goes, "Hey, do you want me to pay you back for the watch?" And I said, "Dude," I said, no, some things just aren't made to be. I said, "Oh, just get your life together," and I don't know what else to tell you, my friend. And that was it. I never really, I didn't hate him for it. I mean, just some things aren't meant to be. And lost items don't mean that much to me.
What? I want to know what drugs he was selling, because
meth.
I mean, I obviously sold weed and cocaine, but
meth.
I've never sold meth.
Portland, Oregon, meth.
Yeah, now meth dealers are hard to trust. A meth dealer stole my car in March, if you'll remember.
Oh, I forgot. I remember because I went to the fucking place with you. Girl, I remember that one. Okay, that cost me a lot of money out of my pocket.
Not as much as it cost me.
But I didn't have to get involved. Wait a second. The funniest story, though, I have to admit, was when we were sitting at the train station, and then I bought the train tickets, and we found out that we could not get on the train because the train had already left. They fucking sold me a ticket with no train.
Yeah, well, it was great because the homeless guy who seemed like special needs was hitting on me and offered to impregnate me, and then told us that we were in the wrong place for the bus, and you're like, this guy has no idea what he's talking about. And then he was right.
Let's tell the story right. You kept calling him Rain Man.
He made fun of me. He's like, "Is that your old man?" I was like, "No." And then he was like, "Oh, good. Well, you need a young man." And this guy was obviously some type of special needs homeless guy. And then just, it's offensive sometimes when somebody's really, really undesirable just continues to hit on you because they obviously think that you guys are meant to be. And it's like, well, he had a point. I looked horrible, and I'm crying at the bus station with you. This guy's this woman has nothing to lose. She might as well start a life with me. I almost just stayed there and started a life with him. Probably should have.
That was a special moment that day.
That was a great day. That was the same day that I lost my fucking laptop because you refused to carry it.
No, I didn't. No, you're gonna. What the hell are you talking about? When did you lose it? Where? You left it at the car dealership, right? The car place? Yes. Had nothing to do with me. Why was I supposed to carry it? I was carrying the money to get us from point A to point B, as I seem to remember this.
I know, but then I had 2 bags, and I was so upset that I didn't want to carry the other bag. And then you're like, "I'm not carrying it either." So I just abandoned it, not realizing my laptop was in it, and then I lost my laptop, and that's why I have now the work.
That sounds like that's on Tina to me. Okay. Dad has spoken. That's on Tina.
Really, the whole thing was that guy Fletcher's fault because he's the one that stole my car.
Oh my God.
But it's my fault for sleeping with a 23-year-old meth dealer.
That's your fault.
He was cute.
Well, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, those are the prices you pay. You paid for something, right? Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned as a gay man that sex isn't free. It isn't free. Okay, it is not free. Sorry.
Well, about that was he was cute, but he had a average to below average penis.
Okay, we didn't need to know that much. Size isn't everything, Tina. Come on, please. As she laughs, and she has nothing to say to this one.
I have nothing to say to that.
I know I don't sound like a gay man, but oh well. Okay.
I mean, he had a dick made for anal. My favorite, most offensive joke.
Oh my God, I don't understand that.
It
Explain
means small.
Oh, okay. I never even imagined that.
What? I make that joke all the time. You never knew what I was trying to say?
No, I never knew what you were saying.
I got mad at Sam and told him that he had a dick made for anal, and he got really upset with me.
Oh my God. Really? Okay.
He was being an asshole. But the ironic part is I don't even know if he has a small dick or not. But he must, because he got really upset when I implied that he did.
Okay.
I think that's something like, go fuck your married ex-boyfriend.
You know, I think dick size are overrated. You know why?
Because you have a small dick?
No. Because man can make them bigger than God ever dreamt of making them. You've been in the dildo store lately? They're humongous. I was told that joke by a lesbian. This funny thing about this is I was told that by a lesbian one day. We were having this conversation in Portland. Ironically, she's one of the girls that started the Gay Straight Alliance, GSA. One day we were having this discussion and she said that to me and I just lost it. And I said to her, I said, oh my God, I never even mentioned that.
It's not the same for me.
So she's gone through the change. Now she's a guy. And I can't wait to see her so I can say, so how good is man making them, my friend?
I wonder if that's an issue. Like if you're switching over, if you're like transitioning female to male, like do you just pick out the biggest cock they have? I mean, you might as well.
I don't
do that.
I'm not an expert. She actually did have a long conversation with me about that. I asked her.
Did she show you her new dick?
No, what she told me was I asked her how they were going to do that, and she said that what they do is they get the clitoris and they shape it longer, but they can only have certain sizes because in order to get the stimulation, they have to have the clitoris there. So.
Well, I like the way you said clitoris.
How are you supposed to say it?
He had total disdain for them.
I don't know what they are.
Wait, I've never asked you this. Have you ever had sex with a woman?
Yeah.
Okay, so you know what the clitoris is.
No. No.
I don't think that we're going to get a call from jail today.
Yeah, he didn't. The guy said that he was going to call, but no, not from jail, but the other guy was going to call, but he didn't call either. So who knows? Doesn't matter. We're having fun.
Okay. I'm having a great time.
We're just having a podcast on something fun. And we'll go next time. We'll have something fun next time. We'll see. We'll just keep doing it and see if we have people who want to talk. And eventually somebody will think we're good enough that they can call us.
I'll have you know that I sent a link to this to my mother because she has a good sense of humor.
And did she call in? She's like, I'm not talking to her.
I love my mom. She's an old school fag hag.
Oh yeah, you told me that. She's the art student person, right?
Yes, you talked to her on the phone before.
Yeah, that was kind of fast though. I just said hi.
Well, it was on speakerphone. That was back when I had a car. It was in the car.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. I actually remember that.
Yeah.
That was night that one comedian stole my joke. That we both made.
Well, I'm just happy not to be at Kill Tony.
Oh, I don't want to talk about that. You know, I think that you know, that kind of comedy is great. It's not for me, you know, and you know.
Oh, you're too nice.
No, it's just not. It's not my. You know, I was thinking about that the other day about slam comedy, right? You know, like the And I thought about the onset of it, and I thought, what made that negative comedy, that the confrontation comedy. What do you call it? What do they call it? Roast battle comedy. And I find it fascinating because when I was a kid, in the back of the magazine, there used to be this little cartoon. And the cartoon was a guy who was kicking the sand in somebody's face, right?
Uh-huh.
And the joke was, everybody laughed at it because, the skinny, scrawny guy got sand kicked in his face and says, "Get out of my sandbox." And then later on, the little kid grows up and he becomes this big, brawly, strong guy, and he goes to the guy, "You get out of my sandbox now." The whole thing. And it kind of reminds me of roast battle comedy, where you're just kind of roasting on each other, right? Just
well,
I don't know.
I don't like roast battle either, but roast battle is at least more respectable than just like, panel of older comedians jeer at younger comedians. Like, I don't know. I don't like either one of them, but I like even less than roast battle.
I just think that everybody has their. I had fun at those shows. It was fun. But I have to admit, whenever they got crazy, I would just, I wouldn't let it happen because it just didn't make any sense for me. Now, I'm an older guy, and I don't think that kind of stuff's funny. And I appreciate it for what it's worth. It was fun. But yeah, I don't. I'm not a big fan of roast battle. I've done a lot of different roast battles, and I don't like people just hating on each other to make people. I think it's funny, kind of, but to me, it's like low ball comedies. That makes sense? Like low bra.
The worst comics I know just talking shit to each other. It's like, bitch, I'm just gonna talk shit to you in the parking lot till the police arrive. It's like, it's annoying.
But is it? I wonder if it's like. Like some hip hop music where they're just kind of dissing on each other. Like I wonder if that's kind of where it came from. I don't know because you know how Eminem, when they do those and like in that one movie that he did where Eminem did that movie, something Mile or something 5 Mile or whatever it was.
Yes.
What was it called? What was that movie called?
I can't think of it right now because I'm high.
Okay, where he was
8 Mile.
8 Mile, where he wins because
I was thinking Green Mile's like, nah, that's wrong.
He wins because he disses on the other guy, right? So they're basically dissing on each other.
Well, now have you seen now he's in a battle with Machine Gun Kelly, who's like way better than him now, and it's kind of sad.
Because he kills him? Machine Gun?
He doesn't kill him. They're both still alive. Machine Gun Kelly is like a real.
No. Well, I'm saying he does Machine Gun kills him on the battle, like really good against him.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not in the movie. This is happening now. Oh. Machine Gun Kelly is the dude that hangs out with Pete Davidson, and they're both young and hot and tatted up. And then I don't know. There's some kind of shit talking that went on between Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly because they're both like white trash white dudes. And then Machine Gun Kelly like destroyed him in some kind of a roast battle, and then Eminem put out this like pretty lame response that was like a remix, including some other chick singer, and it's like not very good, and it makes Eminem look like an old ass dude.
So are they trying to hype themselves? Is that what you think they're trying to do?
I think they're doing it all for clout. Yes.
Wow.
My pussy does feel like a leg. Mike.
Oh my god! I can't think of those things. When you say it, my mind just goes crazy. Like
Well, the thing is that maybe you don't really want your pussy to feel like a leg.
Oh my god! Like a what?
A leg. It's a Cardi B line.
That's a line in a hip hop song. I'm out of it.
You feel like a leg. I got the jump in front. Like a vagina, like a pussy.
That's in her song? Really?
Yeah. She says, my pussy feel like a leg. I got the joke in the front. You never heard Bodak Yellow? I'm going to not only make you listen to this, I'm going to make you listen to me sing it.
I'm glad I'm old. Because don't play it on there because then we'll get in trouble with the YouTube.
I'll play it for you later.
Sing it to me. Sing it to No. Okay. Get the words and sing it to me. Give me 2 choruses. I want you to sing it to me.
I can't right now.
Come on. You got to do it. No, I'm not hanging up till you do it. Sing this. Sing it. Get online and find the chorus to this song, and I want you to give me the beat.
He's like, little bitch, you can't fuck with me if you wanted to, you know?
And continue.
And he's like, I need to let all these hoes know that none of the N-words are safe. I can't do that, you know, because I'm white.
Okay, continue. Oh, she says it, though. She says the word.
Yes, she's Dominican.
Okay, go for it.
She's like Dominican.
But isn't she, is she, okay, I don't care. Go on, continue. Don't say it, but do it.
She's like, and then the chorus is, I don't dance now, I make money moves, because she used to be a stripper.
Okay.
Like, I don't gotta dance, I make money moves. If I see you, I don't speak, that means I don't fuck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker, bitch. I make money moves. And then she kind of goes off and says, like, I just came up in the ranks. I need to let all these hoes know that she's gonna like fuck their dude. And then she says, my pussy feel like a leg. I got the junk in the front, like a vagina. Vagina, like.
Why don't you do a chorus and I'm gonna dance to it, okay? Do a chorus.
No,
seriously.
It's gotten to be too much. People are gonna. This is what happened last time when 50,000 people watched that fucking leaked video of me.
No, don't say any bad words, okay? Don't say words that people are gonna get pissed off.
I'm not singing.
Say the verse without the other thing.
All right. The last thing I need is for some other viral disaster.
No, don't say anything bad. Well, anyway, so that
recovering from my last viral videos.
That word, that song, I don't understand any of the words. Can I be honest?
My pussy feels like a leg. She's like, you know, I'm gonna fuck you good. Like, I don't know. I thought it's funny too because you don't really want your pussy to feel like a leg. I think it's like she's gonna wrap it around your dick really tight. You know.
Oh.
Your face is so great.
Oh my God. I think at my age, TMI is just too much. You know, I do like, I'll be honest with you, I do like the beats. Like, I like the beat. I hear the beat, right? But the words don't make any sense to me. So I hear the words as like a how do you say it? Like an instrument, right? Like, that's all I'm really hearing that matches the music. That's all I hear when I hear these songs.
I would like to hear you do some rapping because obviously you have a proclivity for it.
You want me to rap a song? Okay, give me a song to rap. I'll rap a song. Give me a song.
Well, you have to know the song.
No, give me the song. I'll just work it. I'll just improv this. Come on. I'm an actor.
What about this? Just Google an Eminem song and start with that.
Oh, he's hard to do. His voice is very... But you know what I wrote? I wrote Eminem songs rap, and I spelled it W-R-A-P.
That is the gayest thing you've ever said.
Okay, I want verses, right? Know what I want? Verses.
I can't wait. Just I think anything you do is going to be very entertaining.
No. I have to see. What do you call it when you just want the words? Lyrics. Sorry.
We should change the podcast name to Old White People Try to Sing Rap Covers.
Old white people and one Mexican who's very white. Oh my God, there's 50 best lyrics of all time. Eminem, I spelled it wrong. Oops. Eminem. I actually dated a person who I was very much in love with Eminem. And
you dated Eminem?
He was in love with him. Oh my God, I had to listen to all his music left and right every day, all day.
So then you should know this. This is probably the 90s.
I didn't pay attention. Why would I pay attention? Jesus Christ. Okay, so I can't find a song that will give me lyrics. Eminem's rap lyrics about his daughter. Here you go, Metro lyrics. Here we go. Okay, we're getting close. I'm gonna find one song. No, but they keep playing. They just keep giving me the songs. They're not giving me the lyrics.
Well, look on Google, not YouTube.
I'm on Google. Dumb. Why would I say it's otherwise? That was stupid of you. You think I'm that stupid? My generation, my generation built this technology. What are you talking about?
I don't know, Mike.
You can't argue with that, can you?
Did you get a sound bite of that? That's me pouring more wine because
I heard that. I heard tink.
Because you're about to rap, and I'm gonna need wine for this.
Well, I can't find any. Oh wait! I found one. Okay, I found it. You had to click on the link, and then it gave you the song, and now it gives you the words.
You're like 50.
7. Okay. Okay. So how much of this do I have to say? Let me see.
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
But I had to.
We're both ready. Me and the cat, and the Scottish guy.
Okay. I'm about to lose my mind. You've been gone for so long. I'm running out of time. I need a doctor. Call me a doctor. I need a doctor to bring me back to life.
I can't even recognize the song you're trying to sing.
Exactly.
It's horrible.
Well, how does he sing it? Oh, wait. This is how he sings it. Is this how he sings it?
This isn't even a hit.
No, it's somebody else. I was trying to see. No, this is it. This is the song. Well, let me see.
How much time are we trying to fill with this thing?
No, we're almost done.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to Google an Eminem song that would be good for you.
Okay. I don't even know how he sounds like. I don't even pay attention to him.
There's really not enough gay rappers. I think there's a real place for you.
You think I need to be a gay rapper? Okay, you're going to help me become a rapper? So why don't you help me become Mr. Flash, Mr. Gay Flash? There's gay rappers.
Without me, that's easy.
There's gay rappers.
Without me, that na.
Which song?
Na. Without me or Slim Shady, those are easy.
Okay, okay. So do I need to get a headband on and stuff? What's the song again?
Without me.
Without me.
Or Slim Shady, because I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys, that's super easy.
For you. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do. I'll do. I'm Slim Shady. Eminem songs, rap lyrics, Slim Shady.
Yes. It's because I'm Greek and I grew up in Alabama. I'm really ghetto.
Okay, I'm ready. Let me get my hat on. I need a hat for this.
I'm so ready for this. I'm really happy that there's video on you and not on me.
Are you ready?
Oh, you have a thing. I'm sorry, I didn't. If I'd known you were going to set up a screen, maybe I would have come with Santa Monica.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I was born ready for this.
I think I should do it this way. Which way is you supposed to wear it? Like, you're supposed to show your hair, or am I supposed to take my glasses off? Which one do I look? Which one do I look more cool? Okay, ready?
Let me ask the cat. No, I think glasses off. No, well, it's really absurd and hilarious either way.
Okay, let's do it this way. May I have your attention, please? May I have your attention, please? Well, I'm the real Slim Shady. Please stand up. Please stand up. I repeat, well, Slim Shady, please stand up. We're gonna have a problem here. You act like you've never seen a black person before. Jaws on the floor, like the Pam Pum Tommy. You switch in the door and start to whooping her ass. That's bad. Whipping her ass. You said. Slim Shady said whipping her ass. Oh my God. Then before? They talked about divorce? Okay.
I believe that Slim Shady did get divorced, although I did not see 8 Mile.
I think that I'm done with being Slim Shady.
Well, it was fantastic and I loved it.
Some of us are not meant to be rappers.
But you should make a little gif of yourself doing that. What does your hat say? You should get a hat that says "Gay Mexican" and wear it all the time.
Harvey
That
Wallbanger.
should be your
Harvey
fucking thing to
Wallbanger.
wear. Harvey Wallbanger, not bad. That's pretty good.
I don't know what. Look, I gotta do this right. Okay, so I think that we're gonna end tonight. Okay,
Well,
so
I think that it could get any more glorious than what we just witnessed with you doing the Slim Shady. That was
everybody
awesome.
needs to have a talent. Okay.
Yeah,
And some
that
of
made
us,
my day.
and some of us just don't got a talent.
No, that was funny. I like that. Between you describing the cartoons and then you doing the Eminem, I think that was great. I really loved it.
Okay, so basically, our prisoner wasn't
Even
able to
the
get
cat was,
online
like, walking away
because
from
he
us
said
right now.
he was afraid of getting put in the hole. Okay.
The cat is over it. She's
And
walking
the other
away.
guy, he said he was going to call. It was funny. He's actually texted me right before the show began, and he didn't call. But it's okay. Maybe next week we'll just keep doing it. It's kind of fun to just chat and do a podcast and talk about real things in real life. And basically, I'm going to say goodbye. And Tina?
Okay, thanks for joining us. This has been fantastic.
And Harvey Wallbanger, Slim Shady. We'll see you next week, 8 to 9:30, 503-407-4649. Join us. Peace out.
All right,
Bye-bye.
see you next Monday. Bye. Love you, bye. Now I'm going to say